Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm John Urquhart. I'm the King County Sheriff. So I guess that makes me your boss. Yes, sir. Be nice to me. Usually I do this about every month. I've kind of got the pattern down now after 4 years as sheriff. But I haven't done it for a few months. So God knows where this is going to go because I tend to forget things, and we'll just kind of play it by ear. So bear with me if you would. Let's start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And who can, Chief Pingree, why don't you start us off, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Be seated. Chaplain Ingebrigtsen, would you like to say a few words?
I'm great. You want me to just stay right here?
Wherever you want.
Okay, I can do that if I'm not bending too many necks. So the sheriff's member knows where I'm going, so that's just take it for granted. I just wanted to say something about, with all of you here supporting your son, your nephew, whoever it might be, is that the chaplains really hold very firmly to the idea that we are a team, that we work together. And we want to assure all of the families, and to assure you too, that is the case. And you know, one of the things that we talked about, we had some time together before when we did a chaplain's intro here. And when we as chaplains make a call at his request to be there, whether that be a death or whether that be something else that is happening, that we use this kind of a saying that I'm not there for me, I'm there for us, and we're here for them. I can't think of a better way to express what it means to work as a team. Because we come together as maybe the deputy, as fire response, as the medical examiner, but we're doing things together. And so our prayer as the chaplains in the King County Sheriff's Office is that we surround you. We surround all of you. And that we are praying for the success in this continued educational part of post-BLEA, and knowing that God cares, God knows what we need, and God is present in all that we do. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Joel. Joel is one of 12, 13, what's our count now? Joel doesn't know. About a dozen?
Yes.
12?
12.
12 chaplains that we have in the Sheriff's Office. They are all volunteer. They donate their time to us, and I tell you, of all the ancillary units we have in the Sheriff's Office, that would include SWAT, the bomb squad, and the MAR unit, and all these other units that we have around, Joel's unit is the most valuable to the deputy on the street. Because when you need a chaplain at a scene, trust me, you need a chaplain. And they will be there, Johnny on the spot. They'll do anything they can, as Joel said, to help you out, but to help out the public as well. So I always say thank you for what you all do for no pay. So, thank you. So Walter, tell me and us a little bit about yourself, how you ended up here. You don't need to stand up unless you want to. Introduce your family that's here. So we know who, well, I know who I'm swearing in today.
This is my Uncle Chuck, my dad Mark, my mom Susie, my godmother Cindy, my Aunt Rita, my sister Haley, my little cousin Owen, my Aunt Mary Jo, my Aunt Debbie, and my Aunt Francie. And that's only part of the family.
Small part.
Small part. Well, my dad's side of my family is rather large, large Catholic family. My grandpa was a judge. I'm actually named after him. I'm Walter Ernest Webster IV. He was he was an appellate court judge in Seattle for some time, Walter Webster Jr. And he kind of, I guess, piqued my interest in law enforcement initially when I was younger. He died prior to me kind of coming into this field though. But I went to Washington State University for 4 years. I did the internship there with their University Police Department, kind of got some good experience there. And in high school I did Explorers as well, with Deputy Herman for a while, some time. So got some time with him. And then for after Washington State University, I did some time working for a hotel for a few years while attempting or going through the process with law enforcement. Finally got hired on by the King County Sheriff's Office, and it's where I've always aspired to work. So.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent. So what location, where's home? Where did you grow up?
Woodinville, Duval area, so I'm familiar with that.
Well, good, we won't put you out there then. And since you're from the Seattle area, you realize there's a very, very good university on this side of the mountains. You may have heard of them, the Huskies.
I went there.
Of course, I ended up at Wazoo. That must have just killed you.
I didn't want him to come home every weekend.
My sister went to Wazoo as well.
Okay. Well, I talk about my oldest daughter who stabbed me in the back by marrying a hose dragger firefighter. And she stabbed me in the front by moving to Duval. I feel your pain. Okay, well, now we know who you are and your family. Let's go around the room and we'll introduce ourselves. Obviously, Michael, our photographer.
Yeah, Michael Sage with the photo unit.
I'm Deputy Corey Stanton. I run the post-BLEA unit, so for the next 4 weeks, Walter will be spending with me while we get him trained up before we send him out to the field for field training.
Deputy Joe Winters, I'm one of the instructors here at the academy, so I spent the last 19 weeks with the Loveland.
Okay, so, hired in 2008, I'm up at precinct 3, and used to go drive around for the first couple of weeks.
I'm Sergeant Megan Roberts. I'm the PTO coordinator for the department, so I oversee the training program for all of the new hires.
I'm an old Freiber Grumman captain. I in charge of special operations, which includes the bomb squad, the SWAT team, and
I'm Abigail Hughes. I'm the administrative specialist for the training unit, so I'll be working full time for 4 weeks with Moxley.
I'm Joe Hodson, I'm the captain here in the advanced training section for the department.
Chet Mulligan, Deputy with the Sheriff's Office, assigned to the advanced training unit in our SWAT team.
Sergeant Kobe Hamill, I'm the supervisor of the advanced training unit.
Deputy Clint Herman, I work at precinct 2, and I was the Explorer advisor. And this fine young man was part of the program.
Dan Kingery, Patrol Operations Chief, so ultimately you'll come my way and we'll break all the habits he gave.
You're going to Skyway.
We're supposed to tell him.
When I came out of the academy many years ago, I'm a North End kid, North Seattle. So the first place they assigned me was Southeast Precinct. And the full year that I was there, I was lost the entire time. I feel the pain you will have if that's where you end up. So, police officer. It's a very noble profession. It's a great profession. Not the most dangerous job in the world. I've all seen the TV show, The Dangerous Catch. Deadly Catch, Deadliest Catch. That's the most dangerous job. Police officers are not a particularly dangerous profession. But you will see things and you will hear things that you can't tell anybody. You don't want to tell them, and you can't. You can't tell your parents, you can't tell your wife, assuming you're not married yet, that's it. So when you get married, you can't tell your spouse, you can't tell them a lot of things that you see. You have to keep that inside of you. And that can be tough. And you're going to need the support of your family because of the things you're going to see, things you're going to have to do. And if nothing else, because of shift work. At some point, you will be on graveyard. And that's easy for a young guy like you. The older you get, the tougher it is. But you'll have to work graveyard. And you're going to get moved around places once you get comfortable. In our infinite wisdom, as soon as we see you getting comfortable, we'll move you somewhere. I don't know why we do that. Just to play with you, I think. So it's not easy. It's not easy. You're going to need that family support. Now today, this part of today, what I do is fun, and I want you to have fun today. I try to keep it kind of lighthearted. We're going to go across the way here to the auditorium, and that's going to be a lot more pomp and circumstance, and you're going to march, and you're going to stand at attention, all that kind of stuff that you don't have to do in here. But this is kind of fun. But you should look forward to today. This is a big deal. You graduated from high school, you graduated from college, now you graduated from the police academy. And you will always remember this day, I guarantee you. And now, in a few minutes, you're going to be a police officer. You can never walk away from that title. like to say that if you work here for 10 years and get tired of it, you go back to school, you go to med school, and you discover a cure for cancer, you will still be known as the police officer. Oh, yeah, cured cancer. And if you do walk away in 10 years, and you in 50 years, or 60 years, or 70 years, when you die, I bet your family will use a picture of you in uniform as your obituary picture. By the same token, if you work here for 10 years and you go out and rob a bank, you're always going to be known as the police officer who robbed the bank. You can't turn your job, you can't turn your back on this profession after today, ever. That's how society views us. A certain amount of awe, resentment, curiosity. When you go to parties from now on, they're going to want you to tell stories. And you're going to have all kinds of stories you can tell. Some of you can tell, and some of you can't. We all sit around and tell police stories because they're great. They're a lot of fun. So enjoy that aspect of it. But in a few years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I call it the teenage years, you're going to be out there in southeast King County in the middle of the night, and it's going to be pouring down rain, and you can't beg, borrow, or steal a 911 call, and there's nobody moving around, and you're bored to tears, and you're going to hate your sergeant, and your captain, and your major. The only person you're not going to hate is me. Believe me, there's no percentage in doing that. The teenage years, when you hate everybody. So when that happens, and it will, I want you to think back today, and how proud you were to be a police officer. How proud you were to have accomplished what you have accomplished by just getting through the police academy, if nothing else. And how proud you were when they pinned that badge on. Because it is a big deal, and it is something to be proud of. It's absolutely the best profession out there, and everybody in this room that's a police officer agrees with that. It's the best job you could have. It's the most fun job. It's the most rewarding. I guarantee you, it is the most rewarding job because you will change people's lives. If you come in here expecting to change the world, you're not going to change the world. That's not going to happen. But you can change an individual's world, maybe just for the night. You take that abusive husband to jail. You take those kids out of that house. You will change their world. And that's super important, and that's what you get to do. So, society gives you a tremendous amount of responsibility, all of us. You can take somebody's freedom away. Take their kids away. You can take their life. They expect us to use that responsibility, and they expect us to use it wisely, and I'm sure you will. Let's get you sworn in, so once you come up here, who's going to pin your badge on first?
My sister did.
All right, let's do that.
Let's go and stand right in front of the flag. Okay.
I'll get out of your way.
I'll go take a picture.
Okay.
Do I have to?